I'm sure everyone has at least one game in their collection they're ashamed of owning, as do I. Back when I was 9, I got my first game console, the N64, from my second cousins, or whoever the heck didn't want it. Anyway, it came with a whole bunch of games like Mario Kart 64 and Super Smash Bros. But it came with one game that I just hid because I was so embarrassed I owned it. Powerpuff Girls Chemical Extraction. And then I forgot where it was for nearly 10 years until I found it in a closet of my parents' room. So now that I've given up all hope of ever being masculine, let's give this game a go. After the title screen, we're graded to 2 modes besides options, story mode and simulator mode. Let's start off with story. At the start, we get this really hard to read text trying to tell a story that no one really cares about. At least I don't. And I know I don't have any eyes, but does anyone else have a hard time reading this text? I mean, seriously though, it's really fine, and I don't know, could they at least have pictures? I know it's a little hard to ask for cutscenes, but too lazy, I guess. In a nutshell, the story is the girls bake a pie, put some chemical X in it, and then the villains steal it, give it to all the other villains, and they all have superpowers now. A little rushed, but I mean, it gives you a basis of what you're doing. Now, off to the first level, which is pathetically easy. The gameplay is a poor man's version of Power Stone on the Dreamcast. You got health, you fight in a 3D space, you punch each other, you throw stuff at each other, and whoever loses all their health first loses that round. Whoever wins 2 rounds out of the 3 wins the match. It's very obvious this game was rushed and didn't have a very high budget. For one, the graphics. They're terrible and uncanny as heck. I mean, look at them, they can be kind of creepy sometimes, and even glitch a lot. And second, the control scheme. You hit Z to jump. Enough said. And third, is just how overpowered the combos are. If you get stuck in a combo, good luck getting out, because you're probably gonna lose at least half your health by the time you get free. And it makes enemies pathetically easy to defeat. And don't even get me started on flying. Short story made short. This guy didn't stand a chance. And it's on to level 2. Which is pretty much the exact same thing with a different opponent and a different landscape, but not really much changed. It's really the same thing, only this time I switched to the jump fly thing that I mentioned before, and again, it went so well that I didn't even die once. And level 3 is the exact same thing, as is level 4 and 5. They're all exactly the same thing. There's no variation in gameplay or the CPU behaviors, or really not a whole lot of new elements added, no new attacks or anything. It's really stale. And that's saying something because I've only been playing this game for around 7 minutes. Even the music is the same. The track you listen to just before this one is the only one in the whole game. That really sucks. Now, if this game was a bit longer, I'd complain about there being no save feature, instead opting for a password system. But seeing as though it's really short, I really don't see why you'd need one. Anyway, on to Mojo, the final boss, who actually managed to defeat me in 1 round once, but lost the match just the same. That's it, we've finally cleared story mode. And all we get for that are a couple new characters and 10 wasted minutes of your life. The only thing left to do is play with Bubbles and Buttercup. But I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I take that back, I lied. There is simulator mode, which is pretty much the exact same thing, only it's more of a multiplayer mode, which, if you played this with your friends, you're losing them. I'm sorry. If someone invited me to play this game, yeah, I'm not their friend anymore. There are no exclusive stages, but some fans of the show might be happy to know that you can play as some of the villains. And that was Powerpuff Girls Chemical Extraction on a Nintendo 64. And god, does it suck. As of now, it's the worst game I've played on this channel after maybe NHL Breakaway 99. The gameplay is boring, the graphics are horrendous, there's only one music track throughout the whole game, and it's so short that you could beat it in under 10 minutes. In fact, all the footage I got for this video was done in only half an hour. Now, there is a PS1 version of this game, and while I haven't played it, I can say for certainty that the N64 version gets an F. It's an insult of a show, a failure of programming, and should really only be played for nostalgic reasons if you're one of the many tortured souls who played this game as a kid. This has been Josh from Alpha Leaf Gaming.